there seems to be like an epidemic with diabetes, and it's getting younger, and strokes as well, in younger people. My brother was 54. His legacy was really architecting some of the greatest hip hop artists that ever was part of this culture of hip hop, and producing for them, and just again just having his fingerprint on that culture. Really, when I look back at his legacy, that's what I see. Um, we just put him to rest yesterday, so it's a very trying time for me. I'm still in a non-belief place, that I cannot believe I don't have my little brother, 54. I'm 57. He's 3 years younger. Um, and I never thought that this would be the way we would be. This is not the ending. And it's all over food and diet when you get to it. And being a diabetic, watching him be a diabetic, uh, and fighting the issues, or not fighting, not thinking it's serious, like feeling that the food he was eating and consuming would not eventually take his life, which it did. Stroke, basically a year before the second stroke, almost to the day. And the second stroke is what took his life. But the first stroke was massive. It was a hemorrhagic stroke. Hemorrhagic strokes is bleeding on the brain. This is when a vessel pops in your brain and it bleeds through your brain. And then, again, not more dangerous, I was told, than the other types of stroke. It's only two types of stroke. It's not any more dangerous, but it's still, you have to get that blood off the brain, because it'll start creating issues from your motor skills. I'll tell you, let me just jump in, because this happened with my dad. I could give you a crazy story, because we didn't understand what you're asking, or what the signs are of a stroke. And he was with my mother, and he was with my two nieces, driving home from just having breakfast. He's driving, again, one of the strongest men I've ever known. And he's driving, having a stroke. He couldn't respond to them. He's not talking. And they don't realize why. They think he's just being like smart, like, a smart ass, and he's not talking. And he drove all the way home, but they said he was running up on a curb because he couldn't control his arms. And he finally gets home. And then when he gets home, he goes into bed. And my mother's trying to wake him up, like, what are you doing? And he's not responding. He can't talk. But no one knows he's having a stroke. And then, again, early detection of stroke. Early detection from stroke is key, is vital. They have things that could reverse them if you get caught fast enough and get to a hospital. He ended up sitting there for hours before I actually got to them and realized we have to get him to the hospital immediately. He's having a stroke, because my family didn't know that was going on. My mother had just called me and said he's not speaking, and she didn't know what he's doing. And then I rush over to go see him, and he's in the bed trying to go to sleep. But these are the things, what he's talking about. You have to know those symptoms. That's why that FAST, that acronym FAST, it's all in the stroke hospitals, that FAST acronym, which teaches you signs. I don't believe you'll get a sign that you're having a stroke. I could give you more stories with my dad. As crazy as it sounds, he had a stroke while playing craps on his birthday, and he stopped talking to the dealer. And I'm looking at him and like, there's a problem here, right? And again, I had to get him rushed over, but he didn't know. We just finished eating. He comes to go play dice on his birthday like we do for every year, and next thing you know, he's having a stroke.
Hello, my beloved HMTV viewers. I'm glad you are watching. And for the new person here, please subscribe to join the family. So, following the death of our beloved Irv Gotti, the influential music producer and co-founder of Murder Inc. Records, who passed away on February 5th, 2025, at the age of 54, born Irving Domingo Lorenzo Jr. on June 26, 1970, in Queens, New York, Gotti was instrumental in shaping the hip-hop and R&B scenes of the late 1990s and early 2000s. He played a pivotal role in launching the careers of artists such as Ja Rule, Ashanti, and DMX. His production credits include Jay-Z's Can I Live and DMX's It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Gotti's death followed a series of health challenges, including a minor stroke in early 2024 attributed to his long-standing battle with diabetes. Despite efforts to manage his health through dietary changes, he suffered another stroke, which led to his passing. The music community has been mourning his loss. Ja Rule delivered an emotional eulogy at Gotti's funeral, stating, "The man changed my life." Ashanti also paid tribute, expressing gratitude for his impact on her career. Gotti's legacy extends beyond his production work. He was a visionary who transformed the music industry and left an indelible mark on hip-hop culture. Unalive a day after Irv Gotti was laid to rest, his elder brother, aged 57 years, came out and revealed to the world that his brother suffered a stroke the day after his last birthday celebrations, and maybe the foods he was eating are the ones which might have led to his passing. May his soul continue to rest in eternal peace.